looks like Carrie Fisher's Carrie sleeping with the fishes.
It's not as funny because now you've said it twice, but it's still funny.
It's still
I don't
funny.
care what anyone says, it's still funny.
Carrie Fisher's Carrie sleeping with the fishes.
On the topic of Carrie Fisher, let's talk about I'm just kidding.
Let's talk about it. And how inbreeding can cause deficiencies in people.
Yeah.
Deficiencies, what the hell was I thinking?
This is
That's
good
not our
off.
subject.
That's our subject.
That is our subject?
No, that's not our subject.
Okay, I thought we were changing last minute.
No.
That's not you.
Right, that ain't me, man. That ain't me.
That's not the
no.
David I know.
Alright, God, you know what? I have made a great mistake.
What?
And you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's a great mistake, but it's actually fine. Basically I'm recording this audio on the wrong thing, but it's fine. I can transfer it onto the right thing in editing. It's fine.
Oh gosh.
Alright, well, anyway, we're gonna be talking about casting choices, not malaria.
I said the mafia.
Oh, okay. Well, the mafia has malaria. Anyway, so we're gonna be talking about casting choices.
Yes. In movies.
In movies or TV shows.
Or TV shows because people can be black.
That is a possibility. So we're going to be talking about several things related to diversity casting and just casting choices in general. So the first thing we're going to talk about is... This is a topic that I personally have flip-flopped on personally a lot.
Okay.
So, but anyway, so I'll ask you first. What do you think about casting? Well, let's not say necessarily black, but like let's say casting minorities in the how do I say this
without being offensive?
No. That's not what I'm concerned about. Okay, let's just use. Okay, I'm gonna say black, but what I really mean is any minority. because all minorities are black.
Because that's not racist at all.
Okay, so is it okay to cast black actors for the roles of white characters? As we talked about earlier before we started recording, the example being like Michael B. Jordan for being casted as Johnny Storm in the 2015 Fantastic Four movie.
I mean, wasn't Johnny Storm already black in the comics?
No.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think it's okay, I guess. I mean, it'll be weird to see, people that you've seen as white just suddenly... I mean, it's okay. Yeah, it's fine.
Another weird thing is how Sue Storm and Johnny Storm are brothers and sisters, yet they're two different race things.
No, but isn't one of them adopted, in the movie or something?
Oh, really? I never watched that movie. I was just told it was bad. I myself like the original Jessica Alba Fantastic Four movies. And yes, I call them the Jessica Alba movies because there's nothing else definitive about those movies, is there? So, yeah, that's all I'm going to say.
Aha, Johnny Storm. Okay, he wasn't black. Fine.
So you think it's okay then to cast white characters, black actors?
Black actors, yes, I'm completely okay with
for
that.
For white characters, I
mean that's basically what they done with Nick Fury, because
they did that with Nick Fury as well.
Yeah, and it turned out really good.
Yeah, in case you guys didn't know, Nick Fury is actually a white guy in the Prime universe at least. In the alternate universe. In some of the alternate universe, he is a black guy, but.
And he is, who played Nick Fury?
Although to be fair,
Mace Windu.
To be fair, the Avengers movies, right? They are actually based more off of the Ultimates rather than the Avengers.
Yeah.
Because the OG Avengers in the comic books were formed with Ant-Man and the Wasp and the Hulk going crazy and everyone's like, oh, we gotta stop the Hulk.
Yeah.
You know, so it is based more off of the Ultimate, so it does make sense to cast Nick Fury as a black guy, and Samuel L. Jackson is awesome. I say this as a person who's not even a Marvel fan, but yeah.
Alright. Did you know, this is completely off topic, but people who have acted as Johnny Storm in the movies have gotten higher ratings in their new movies. For example, Chris Evans acted as Johnny Storm in the 2005 movie.
He did? Oh man, I totally forgot about that. Wow.
And then now he's Captain America, and he's like...
Should have been John Krasinski.
Should have been John Krasinski. What?
Some of you guys will understand that.
And then Michael B. Jordan acted in the 2015 Fantastic Four, which was terrible. It got 9%. And now he's Eric Killmonger in Black Panther.
Yeah, he kills more girls.
What?
You said he's Eric Killmore girl.
No, Eric Killmonger.
Okay, Eric, some African name. Anyway.
Oh. Okay.
So yeah, so you're saying it's okay. And, you know, I flip-flopped on this a lot, right? I used to think, you know, it's not okay, and then I was like, it's alright, but then, like, at the same time, I understand why people are upset. And you know what? At my current, my current thinking is that it's okay, and I, you know, I don't mind, I don't care, I'm,
as long as they're good at it.
Yeah, sure. The word is ambivalent. I'm ambivalent to whoever is casted, what their race is. But I do understand the viewpoint of some people that you want to be authentic to the original work. But, you know, like, at the same time, it's like, who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares, yeah.
As long as they portray the character well, who cares?
Yeah, it's not too big of a deal. But there is one concern, which is a real issue, and that's if the person was casted for the sole purpose of diversity, rather, and not because they were actually the best actor.
Something like this has happened before, but not diversity. It's kind of like a sexism kind of thing that happened with Ghostbusters. Do you remember that?
I suppose. I mean, I guess, yeah. It's not really a diversity thing. It's kind of just like a rebooting it, but it's all women this time.
Yeah, and it was because of the whole feminist thing that was going on. I assume.
It's still going on. They're infiltrating.
And the movie ended up terrible.
I never watched that movie, and I've actually never seen the original Ghostbusters either.
Oh, well, the original Ghostbusters is actually pretty good.
I'm pretty sure
this is terrible.
Yeah, well, so sometimes it's a bad idea.
Sometimes it's a bad idea.
I mean, in general, doing things like that for the publicity stunt is probably a bad idea, you know?
Yeah.
You know, my favorite movie of all time, I've mentioned before on the podcast, is 12 Angry Men. If they made a 12 Angry Women, I wouldn't mind as long as it's a good script.
Yes. You know what would be a problem, though?
What?
What would be a problem? If they replaced the guy who acts as Black Panther in the movie Black Panther as a white guy.
That would probably be problematic, but that's because of, like, plot reasons.
I mean,
you know, but for the most part, things like this don't affect plot. Except for, you know, Trevor Noah did a thing, right? He was doing a stand-up bit, and he was talking about, you know, I really want to see a black James Bond and all, but at the same time, I kind of understand what they're saying. You know, if there was a black James Bond and he's like the only black person there and he's this super spy, then everyone's gonna be like, oh, hey, it's that super spy we should probably be scared of. Let's go get him.
What?
Because he's black and he's the only black guy there.
I mean, I guess. Either that or no one would be suspicious because he's a...
You know, because like James Bond's in some place where there's like no black people or something. I don't know. Finland? Does Finland have black people? Hashtag does Finland have black people?
Does Finland have black people?
So he's in Finland and then everyone's like, oh hey, the only black guy. That's gotta be James Bond. And it was a funny bit anyway. But you know, movies don't care about stuff like that.
Finland has black people. A million black people, and they're called Afro-Caribbean.
Okay, I'm sorry, Finland, for assuming you didn't have any black people.
Oh, you said Finland. I thought England.
No, of course England has black people.
Have you seen what's his name?
Have
What's
you
the guy
seen
who actually...
Idris Elba?
Have you seen? No, have you seen Finn? Is Finn's
John Boyega's American.
I'm going as American, right? Okay.
Not everyone in that movie was British.
Who? No. Okay, who was the guy that acted in Black Mirror? The one with the
Daniel Kaluuya.
Daniel Kaluuya. I don't know.
Kaluuya. The guy who was in Get Out.
Kaluuya.
Yeah.
Daniel Kaluuya. Yes.
This. Okay.
I don't have the letter F, so I cannot look it up for you.
Well, anyway, so yeah, diversity casting. Do you agree that that's a bad thing? I guess like just shoehorning a kind of like the token black person. This I think this is especially true in TV shows, not so much movies, where they might just be like, oh, and then we have one character who's black because he's black. Or and maybe not really that. Maybe it's usually more with gay people. Like, oh, and then we have one gay character, and the only cool thing about him is that he's gay. Every joke he makes is only funny because he's gay, and it's funny.
That's just bad. I don't like that. I never liked that.
Yeah. George Takei, the original Sulu and the only real Sulu as far as I'm concerned. Goodbye, John Cho. He actually said that he disagreed with the wanting to make John Cho's Sulu gay in the movie.
The John Cho's Sulu gay? What?
Yeah, you know John Cho.
Uh-huh.
He plays Sulu in the new Star Trek movies, right?
Oh,
and
right.
they made him gay in the third movie. I mean, he had a family. He had a husband. We assume. Could have been a boyfriend. I don't know.
Okay.
And so, yeah, George Takei, the original Sulu, who is actually himself a gay person, was like, but no, why are you doing that? Sulu's not gay.
Yeah, Sulu's not gay. I mean.
And so he disagreed with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's the Chinese guy.
Sure, buddy.
Oh.
This is gonna be our most racist episode, and we're not even trying to be racist.
I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just saying.
We just are, okay? I'm just kidding.
We have small eyes. I mean, he has small. I mean, yeah.
He has small what? He has small what?
He has small eyeballs.
Okay.
Don't sue me, Sulu. Don't Sulu me.
So yeah. So would you agree then diversity in casting TV shows is a cool thing to have, but at the same time, if you're gonna have to intentionally choose bad people, then it's bad, right? Or choose people not as good. You choose the best person for the job, and you don't. Basically, should diversity play into your decision when making a casting choice? If you were a showrunner or the guy casting for a movie.
It depends, really.
Depends on what?
I mean, for example, Black Panther, you can't just put a white guy in that movie. A white guy as Black Panther, that's not right. It's black. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna say that.
It's Black Panther, not White Panther.
Although I think there is a White Panther.
It's Wakanda, not White Kanda.
No, wait, there is a White Panther.
There is a White Panther?
Yes!
Again, I haven't seen this movie and I don't intend on seeing the movie, but...
No, I mean, not in the movie. Yeah, there is a White Panther. Oh gosh. And it looks exactly like the Black Panther, but white.
Did he feel isolated in that movie? Was he made a slave?
No, he was...
Did they allow him to vote?
No.
Oh, man.
He wasn't in the movie, though. He was in the comics.
Oh. Dude, racism.
Dude, racism.
Yeah, man. They didn't want to put in the one white guy in the movie.
No, but they did have a white guy in the movie.
Nah, though, I don't believe that. From what I hear, Black Panther had no white people, right?
What? No. He did have white people.
Like who?
Not the inspector, the government guy, the CIA guy.
The CIA don't count because the CIA is not real. Okay, I'm just kidding. That was a bad joke.
There was a CIA guy that went to Uganda with them.
He went to
Wakanda.
Uganda.
Wakanda with them. And then, they healed him up, man. Come on.
Alright, yeah. One of my favorite shows, Community, NBC's Community. I think they had a pretty diverse cast, and at the same time, all of the actors and actresses on that show were good.
Yeah.
So you can have diversity, and be good, but you just can't shoehorn it,
Yeah,
Probably a bad idea to shoehorn it.
Malaysia.
Sorry, what?
Suck to Malaysia.
Suck Malaysia?
Suck to Malaysia.
What?
Satu Malaysia. Did you forget?
Oh, okay. I was like, suck Malaysia. What the heck, man?
One Malaysia, man. We're all.
I know now, but instead of Satu Malaysia, it sounds like suck Malaysia. Like, okay, I'll do it.
Oh gosh, that would be a terrible porno. I mean, I'm just saying.
That's what she said.
I mean, what? Suck Malaysia would not be what she said. Malaysia would say that. No.
You know what? Let's forget it.
Let's forget Suck Malaysia. Let's just go to diversity again.
Yeah, diversity again. So diversity is bad. No, diversity is not bad. I misspoke. Diversity is not bad,
Morgan
but
Freeman to be white? Huh?
What?
You saying Morgan Freeman should be white?
Well, a little face makeup wouldn't hurt, but I'm just kidding. That was a joke. That was a joke in bad taste.
Sad.
No, Morgan Freeman's great. I just watched Invictus the other day. That was pretty cool.
The Evictors?
Invictus. It's a movie starring Morgan Freeman as Nelson Mandela.
You know what they could do?
What?
They could make an all-white remake of The Color Purple.
Wait, but I don't remember the plot of The Color Purple. I haven't seen it. But isn't that movie about black people and like Whoopi Goldberg suffering or something? I don't know. Was it because she was a woman or because she was black? I don't even remember. I don't even know.
I think it was because she was black, but I'm not sure as well because I haven't watched the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, or read the book. So.
Yeah. Well. So yeah, diversity should not be a priority over the best person for the job.
Yes, you should always pick the best person for the job, regardless of skin color. Unless it's Black Panther.
Unless it's Black Panther. Black Panther has the only exception.
It's the only exception. You can't just make Black Panther white. That's not real. It can't exist.
So I think suffice to say, choose the best person for the job, unless the race of the character is central to the plot, I guess.
Yeah.
Because sometimes that's the case. Because if in The Color Purple, instead of casting Whoopi Goldberg, you cast Jack Nicholson, it just wouldn't work, would it?
Yeah.
You replace a black woman with a white man.
And who's always playing crazy characters. I don't think it would work. That's like someone making a movie out of the Holocaust, and instead of putting people that are white and look like Jews, they just put like Indians or random people.
They put Indians there. What are the Indians doing here in the Holocaust?
What are you doing to me? I'm not going to be bad.
Wait, don't put me in the gas chamber. I am not Jewish.
I am not Jewish. I am Indian. I am from India. I will supply you with all the spices.
Okay, this was not racist because I'm half Indian and you are...
Full Indian.
Okay.
I assume.
You assume. I don't know, but I'm gonna just go ahead and assume I'm full on Indian.
I don't know, man. Oh gosh.
Yeah. Actually, The Good Place also has pretty good diversity, and I like that cast. That's a cool cast.
Man.
Cast filled with newbies of the industry, and that's cool.
Industry. I see. A good old-fashioned orgy. Oh god, that's a movie?
I just don't know sometimes the stuff you Google while we're doing this.
Man. Atlas Shrugged Part 1.
Yeah, man, I feel like we have more stuff to talk about at the beginning of this. And then I just forgot. We just forgot what we're going to talk about.
You want to go to a different subject or something?
It's a little too late to do that, man. We got 10 minutes left in this thing. So let's just talk about other
old-fashioned orgy and how it should be.
Okay, you know what? We should talk about the thing that sort of led us to this topic, Doctor Who.
Doctor Who? I mean, that's Doctor Who. What?
Doctor Who. Because that's what gave me the idea for this topic, this diversity topic.
How?
Because I was looking at the thing and I was like thinking about how people really hate that the new Doctor is a girl, a woman, I should say, not a girl. She's a woman. It'd be weird if she was a girl. Be a little too young to play
Little too young. I mean, she is young with her companion. You know, her companion
she's
is like
35. I think 35 is a good age for the Doctor.
And the companion is 57.
That part's a bit weird.
Like an old dude. He's like Peter Capaldi.
Yeah, it's like she's just all like, I'm the Doctor. It's big on the inside. Oh, what? My cock's big on the inside. I imagine that's what the conversation's gonna go like.
How would that work?
I don't know.
My cock's bigger on the inside.
No, are you big on the inside, love?
Outside.
It's big on the outside. I feel that creepy British voice is just so... I don't even know why I said that, man.
My cock's bigger on the inside, but it's smaller on the outside.
It's bigger on the inside, trust me, babe.
Oh gosh.
So yeah, okay, I'll ask you, what was your initial reaction to the Doctor being a woman this time?
Well, at first I didn't think it would be good, since at the time I just finished watching the Ghostbusters reboot, and that was terrible. And that kind of gave me a sense that, like a mindset that, like, oh god, this is happening just because of the not the LGBT. I mean,
the LGBT.
No, because the feminism thing.
Damn you, gays!
Yeah.
You put a woman in the seat.
But then again, when I thought about it a bit more, remember, spoilers here for people. I mean, should I even say it? Because it's a spoiler.
Okay.
I mean, sure, I'm going to say it. Spoilers, skip ahead to whatever time, displayed on the screen. You're going to edit that in. I'm going to...
Am I?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I'll see what these spoilers are. Wait, are these spoilers for, like, the latest Doctor Who? Because if it is, then, like... should just watch.
It's from Peter Capaldi.
Yeah, I feel like anyone who's gonna, watch Doctor Who, like they will have watched it at this point.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Remember when? Remember that whole thing where, like, what was her name? Gosh, I forgot her name. Clara. Remember
Clara, yes, Clara.
But Clara was gonna die because the Raven thing.
Yeah.
And then the Doctor went to Gallifrey, I think, and then spoke with the General or something.
Yeah, and he's all like, you know what? If you don't bring her back, I'm gonna kill all of you.
And then he kills the General, and the General regenerates to a girl.
Yeah.
Showing us that there is a possibility.
I mean, it's always been known that that's a thing that can happen.
Oh, right. Yeah, no. Ever since the Master.
I suppose, but even before that, it was acknowledged, like, that's a thing that can happen.
I mean, when?
If you think about it, right? If you think about it as, like, a 1/2 chance, the Doctor's actually, like, doing something relatively improbable, being a man 12 times straight. 12 times straight.
Yes. Yeah.
That's, like, 1/2 to the power of 12. I don't have a calculator near me, but that's...
But I think that whole scene was like a foreshadow of the future of Jodie Whittaker.
They didn't know, though. I mean, from what I've heard, the guy who's the showrunner, who's taking over after Moffat, I think Sydney Newman. I don't know if that's a guy or a girl, actually, because Sydney Newman, that could be... A guy or a girl, I don't know. So let's just say they. Sydney Newman, they.
They. It's a guy.
Oh, okay. Thank you for telling me that. He wanted specifically
Wait,
Jodie
no,
Whittaker.
no, what? Sydney Newman.
Yeah. Is that the
He
name?
died in 1997.
Okay. Well. Okay, whoever's the current showrunner for Doctor Who, they wanted specifically Jodie Whittaker and not another person. And so to get that person to sign on as the new showrunner, the BBC was like, alright, cool, do whatever you want. And so that's how we have Jodie Whittaker.
Okay, Doctor Who showrunner. Let's see. It's Chris Chibnall or something.
Chris Chibnall, okay, cool. Chris, pretty sure is the guy's name, so...
Chris is let me see. Just in case.
Okay, so pretty sure, anyway, but yeah. So that's how we got Jodie Whittaker. Anyway, my reaction was like... there was definitely a time where I thought, yeah, the Doctor's gotta be played by a guy. Because, you know, there is a difference between guys and girls, and guys, I think it's very easy for a lot of guys to play this sort of physical quirkiness, whereas I don't know, like I feel for me, like you don't see a lot of female characters on TV or in movies have a sort of physical quirkiness that is akin to the likes of like Jim Carrey kind of thing, you know, like who is the female equivalent of Jim Carrey?
I don't know.
Yeah, like there's no one really like that sort of physical humor. There's no female comedic actresses and stuff. They don't really. That's not really what they do. You know, and so I always thought like, you know, it could be a girl, but at the same time I don't think it would work. But then I was like slowly like, but you know, if it was someone talented enough, they could. You know, and then I'm thinking like, yeah, but you know what? At the end of the day, they could just rewrite the character to not be physically quirky in this form, and that they just got ADHD or something.
I just found what girl is like Jim Carrey.
Who?
Amy Schumer. No.
Oh, come on.
No. I like to be draped in sweatpants. The hell? Amy, you want some weird ass drugs? Okay, you continue.
So yeah, basically now I'm just like, whatever. Whoever wants to play the Doctor, just give them the role. Just be like Oprah. You get to be the Doctor, you get to be the Doctor, and you get to be the Doctor. We all get to be the Doctor.
Here's the thing. No one... Actually, has there ever been a black Time Lord?
Pretty sure there has been, like at least one.
I don't remember any, and I've seen a lot of Doctor Who. The Master was never black. Doctor was never black. Who else was a Time Lord?
Razilon.
The Valiant is never black.
Well, the Valiant was technically the Doctor, and the Doctor's never been black, so...
I guess.
They really dropped the ball on that one. Yeah, basically, yeah.
No one, all black.
It's whatever, man. Let New Zealand be the All Blacks.
Let New Zealand be the All Blacks. No, I will not let New Zealand be All Blacks.
That's what she said.
Because Malaysia's black.
Not really, no.
We're burning. We forgot our suntan, so everyone's just burning in the heat.
It is very hot here, indeed it is. Yeah.
Soon we shall upload this to iTunes. I don't know when.
Maybe. Well, I'll look into it. We're also going to be potentially doing a new intro thingy eventually at one point when we figure it out.
A what?
A new intro thingy when we figure it out.
When we figure it out, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
No, well, it's gonna happen, you know, but, like, I just gotta figure out some stuff, and then we'll get it, man.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it one way or another. We're gonna get an intro. We're gonna steal an intro.
Okay.
Harold and Kumar escape from Guantanamo Bay. Hey, it's the guy that plays Sulu, is it?
Yeah, John Cho. And then, what's some other stuff that's coming up? We're gonna be doing a
gonna
debate
be
episode in
reviewing
the near future.
We're gonna be reviewing something in the near future. Yes.
Okay. What else? I'm on the third book of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I'm on like page 91.
And I'm halfway through the first book.
Yeah. So we're both reading that series. Mm-hmm.
You know, the movie left out a lot of funny stuff it could have done with the book.
The movie is better than a lot of adaptations of, like, because generally adaptations are really poor. Like, I've read Flowers for Algernon, which is this sci-fi novel, Flowers for Algernon, and I'll tell you, the movie adaptation of Flowers for Algernon is so horrible. I can't believe how bad that was. One of the worst movies I've seen, for sure.
Oh, wow.
What? And then the adaptation for Catch-22, that was pretty terrible as well.
Catch-22, okay.
What else are some movie adaptations that were pretty bad?
What was that one movie? The B movie? No.
That's not an adaptation.
Tomb Raider.
Well, I wouldn't know about that. What is some of the stuff I've read that I've seen adaptations of? I haven't seen the 1984 adaptation, although I assume that's also probably poor.
Evan Almighty.
Alright. Anyway, yeah. So basically, in comparison to some of the other movie adaptations I've seen, The Hitchhiker's movie is actually not that bad. But if you've read the book and you watch the movie expecting to see all that amazing stuff that you read in the book happen, yeah, you're not gonna get that.
Yeah. It's just not in there, man. I don't know where.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Although I do think, and generally the casting was okay. I think Sam Rockwell as Zaphod was alright. Zoe Deschanel as Trillian is okay as well. Not super good, not terrible. Definitely not terrible, but it's kind of like okay. Mos Def as Ford. It's just off. I really feel like Ford had to be British. And by making him American, it was a big mistake.
Wasn't he British in the movie? I thought he was.
Mos Def is American, and he had an American accent throughout the movie. I mean, the character is British, but with an American accent, and so it just feels very off.
He should have stuck with the British.
Yeah, he should have had a British accent in the movie. That would have made it way better. But then Martin Freeman as Arthur Dent, though, I really feel like that was really good casting.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Martin Freeman as Arthur Dent works really well. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I think Sam Rockwell did a pretty good job. And his character isn't ruined by the fact that he's American, but I feel like, no disrespect.
Speaking of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy movie, I'm looking through a website filled with movies, and I just stumble upon it.
Yeah, anyway, as I was saying, no disrespect to Mos Def and Zoe Deschanel, but the characters just gotta be British, I think, in my opinion, man. It's a British thing, they gotta be British. Especially Ford. Ford is so British.
Yeah.
Even though he's an alien from Betelgeuse.
Yeah. I want him to add some of the scenes from the book. I mean, it'd be pretty hard to do exactly like the book.
No, it's hard. For sure, it would have been... For sure, Douglas Adams was involved extensively in the making of the movie. But yeah, it's just not as good.
It's not as good as the book. They tried, but... I mean, they kind of succeeded in a way, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
They had to take some liberties, because they can't just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, anyway, so that's really the end. We're already past our time, so we can end it here.
Exactly. Word of advice to all of you as my final a haunting on Washington Avenue, okay. Word of advice, last words. Don't sleep with the carry fishes.
But make sure to carry fishes with you at all times.